From Nutrien Ag Solutions, this is Senior Meteorologist Andrew Pritchard with your Canadian Prairie weather story for Monday, October 11th, 2021. We'll start off with the satellite picture here. You can really see the unsettled and active pattern that we've got ongoing across North America. We've got a disturbance right here, an area of low pressure approaching the Hudson Bay. We've got another little area of low pressure here that's moving through portions of the Corn Belt in the U.S. We've got another area of low pressure digging in across portions of the western United States. We've got another little subtle disturbance here across northern portions of Alberta and Saskatchewan here early on Monday morning as well. So very active, very amplified jet stream pattern, and that leads to some temperature swings across North America. Again, you can kind of draw the flow of the jet stream in like this, coming down around the base of that trough across the western half of the U.S. and Canada, flow coming back up over the top of a ridge across the eastern half of Canada and the U.S. And as a result, we've got some cold air coming in on the backside of this trough. Temperatures sub-freezing across a big chunk of central and southern Alberta, pushing into southwestern portions of Saskatchewan. This was well advertised, this cool down here early this week. And with that little area of ongoing precipitation and perhaps some snowflakes falling here north of Highway 16 across northern and western portions of Saskatchewan. Cold rain, maybe a few snowflakes mixing in there as we head through the rest of the day today. Advisories were pretty quiet. We've got air quality alerts in effect here across the northern, or I guess we'll call it north central portions of the Saskatchewan, Manitoba border here on Monday morning. And we'll look at the last 7 days of precipitation. We've seen a couple days of heavy rainfall here, generally across southern and southeastern portions of Manitoba. A lot of this missing the prairie to the south here, and then hitting the northern high plains of the U.S. through the Dakotas into northern portions of Minnesota. We've got the precipitation kind of falling in this region early on Monday morning as well, and then additionally continuing to just deposit a lot of Pacific moisture across British Columbia coastal and high elevations here, all the way from the Gulf of Alaska down into the Pacific Northwest of the United States here. Now, as we take a look at the precipitation forecast over the next 3.5 days, this will take us into Thursday afternoon using the high-resolution NAM model. We'll continue to see those cold rain showers, maybe some snowflakes pushing in across portions of north-central Saskatchewan along and north of Highway 16. And then let's put this into motion, see what we've got over the next couple of days as we see this next trough that's digging across the western U.S., watch an area of low pressure emerge from the north-central Rockies and swing into the Dakotas as we get into the day on Wednesday. And then this will lift to the north, kind of toward the Manitoba-Ontario border by the time we get to Wednesday night and Thursday. Cold air coming in on the backside here. That's going to mean the potential for some snow. Maybe a light coating here across portions of southeastern Saskatchewan, getting into western Manitoba as we head through the day on Thursday. Of course, if you're not enrolled in the daily weather intelligence report, good time to do that now, because we'll watch this system and the specifics with it day by day here, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, and Thursday morning, as we try and iron out whether or not we're really going to see some minor snow accumulations here as we head through the middle part of the week. Total precipitation by type, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday into early Thursday. Again, you see the cold rain showers, maybe a few snowflakes here across along and north of Highway 16 in Saskatchewan. And then this is our Thursday disturbance that we see moving in here through southeastern Saskatchewan into central and southern Manitoba with the chance for a very light coating of snow. Side by side, the NAM on the left, the European on the right. Good agreement here. This is the system that's moving through the next 12 to 18 hours. Here's our Wednesday into Thursday precipitation across the south and the east. You look back toward the west, we're generally going to be dry here as we talk about central and southern Alberta. Certainly the chance for some cold raindrops, maybe a snowflake or two, but in general, dry across this region over the next 3 days or so. Taking it out over the next 10 days, we continue to see this kind of region here, southern Alberta into southwest Saskatchewan, on the drier side, while much of the precipitation continues to be focused in this corridor of southeast Saskatchewan, central and southern Manitoba, talking about the chance for a couple of inches of precipitation by the time we get to next weekend, early next week. Now, the next 10 days broken in half, the next 5 days on top, days 5 through 10 on the bottom. You can really see a lot of this focused in over the next couple of days. Once again, this ongoing now, this falling Wednesday through Thursday. Drier conditions being advertised right now over the back half of the week, the weekend into early next week. We'll talk about why that is here as we look at the jet stream evolution then over the next 10 days. We're looking at the European 500 millibar height anomaly plot here. And we'll take this through the early part of the week. Again, here's the complicated pattern I kind of drew out on the satellite picture. Here's a kind of a lead trough, the system swinging into the Midwest, the bigger trough that's digging in across the western U.S., and then we've got this little disturbance moving through the northern portion of the prairie here. Very busy, very complicated pattern here. A lot of moving parts as we head through the next few days. But by and large, we see this main trough dig off to the south and then lift into, again, along kind of the Manitoba-Ontario border by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday. Cold air coming in on the backside. That's what gives us the chance for the cold rain, maybe some snow on the backside of the system here Wednesday into Thursday. We'll take this a bit further. Here's the next trough now, the next wave, the next piece of this evolving pattern, and we'll see a little disturbance sneak through here. Here's ridging in between, so I'm getting ahead of myself. This is the reason for the quieter period here over the weekend, the back half of the week. And then the next chance for organized precipitation, the next big system I'm potentially watching here, comes in over the back half of the weekend into early next week, Monday, Tuesday, October 18th and 19th. And we actually see remarkably good agreement, I'll show you here, between the Euro and the GFS with that system early next week. Now, we'll look at the 500 millibar winds. Once again, disturbance here, a disturbance there, disturbance here, big trough there, another big trough back here. Very busy pattern across North America, and that extends all the way back over to the Pacific. So upstream, we continue to be very busy, and that's going to keep the pattern unsettled over the next 10 days. Whether or not we see heavy precipitation in your backyard or not, the pattern is very busy over the next 10 days. Now we'll quickly go through the rest of the week here. Here's the system that lifts in, bringing that chance for cold rain, maybe some snow across southeast Saskatchewan, central and southern Manitoba Wednesday and Thursday. As we get into the end of the week, kind of in a void here. You know, we got the bigger trough stretched out here to the south. We've got another burst of higher flow in the jet stream just off the Pacific coast. And that's as we get into the back half of the weekend, into early next week, that we see that next disturbance potentially swing in here across the Canadian prairie. So the precipitation forecast that accompanies all of this, we'll go ahead and hit play on this, taking it quickly through the next few days. Here's your showers, maybe some snowflakes north of Highway 16 in Saskatchewan today. Quiet then until we get to Wednesday and Thursday. That's when the next storm system lifts in out of the south, bringing that rain into southeast Saskatchewan, central and southern Manitoba. Wednesday night into Thursday, the chance for some snow on the backside there, cold air on the backside of the system. The seasons are changing here, and this is good news, bringing some precipitation in here as we get into the fall season. Again, a little quiet lull likely here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then it's going to be as we get into late Sunday, potentially Monday of next week, that we see that next system sneaking in across the prairie. Again, that's way out there, but as I show you the Euro on the left, GFS on the right, remarkably good agreement at day 7 here with that next disturbance emerging across the prairie as we get into the early part of next week. Remarkably good agreement here with both precipitation forecasts, GFS on the left, European on the right. This is the next 7 days of precipitation, so between now and Sunday evening. Again, much of this going to be confined to southeast Saskatchewan, central and southern Manitoba. Meanwhile, central and southern Alberta into southwest Saskatchewan. Likely on the dry side, though there will be opportunities for raindrops and potentially, a couple snowflakes as we head through the rest of the week. Your temperatures, well, cooler in the west right now, warmer in the east. We'll start to see those cooler anomalies fade as we head deeper into the week. Temperatures warming slowly as we head through the next 10 days. Here's your next 10 days of highs and lows in Calgary, Edmonton. Here is Saskatoon, Regina, and Winnipeg. Have a wonderful week.